gave him his only award, living. How we beefing?
That's right.
Party, I was doing an award show. Nip, I'm finna honor you. I'm the one gave him.
In this video, you're going to hear what happened when Big U tried to extort Nipsey Hussle.
So we in the studio, chilling. He heard the song, Nipsey diss, right? And he was like, hey, cuz, is this song about me? So Nipsey stood up or whatever and was like, yeah, cuz it's about you. So he was drinking some water out of a water bottle and he threw it on Nipsey, right? He was like, we're gonna have to go get down or whatever. So he thought Nipsey was gonna back down. Nipsey stood up and was like, okay, cuz, let's go get down.
There have been tons of versions of the Nipsey Hussle Big U fight. They obviously can't all be true. We are going to take a closer look at what happened. Let me know if you think this is true. Before we hear Big U himself admit to what he did to make Nipsey show up at his house wanting to fight, let's look at how it started. Click like, subscribe, and see you in the comments.
This is the last conversation me and Nip had. You gotta get in close. You see the date on there? See what that say? Justice for Nip.
But your boy would have been there like, yeah,
you did. You did.
You know, it was a higher purpose, I believe, for what we're doing over here. It wasn't to get in trouble with the police. It wasn't to be a menace to the area. It wasn't to, you know, continue a tradition of self-destruction. It was to build. And so all the obstacles and everything we went through for being misjudged and misunderstood, you know, it didn't stop us. You know, it wasn't a brick wall. It was a speed bump. You know, and I embraced it as you know, the resistance, the gravity of trying to
picture this. Nipsey Hussle was making moves to get out of his contracts with Sony.
We're gonna be sick that they let you go.
Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? That's they lost though. Feel me?
All them labels, that was bullshit just having this coming.
Blow the horns, Nip Hussle is in the building.
When he went down there to handle things, there was some tension, possibly involving threats of legal action. But ultimately, Nipsey got himself out of that situation.
When I did my Epic deal, you know, I was on the run, you know, so I just was like, I'm gonna sign my deal to get this check and fight my case, truthfully. You know, I signed my deal to Epic, and the police was at my store waiting for me the next day and took me to jail.
Nothing really changed. They just blew him up. He just blew up. He was so talented, you know. Just his marketability, his look, his message, you know. So really, they blew him up. But you know, he from the hood, so they don't know how to deal with that. You don't know how to deal with 100, 200 gangbangers pulling up at the show.
Now, Big U was not happy about this. He was reportedly furious. In response, he allegedly went back and took all of Nipsey's equipment, trying to shut down his progress and kill his ambition.
Me and Nipsey had a fallout. He had my equipment, and I wanted to use my equipment. He got mad because I got my equipment back.
Hey, y'all get out. Say, Nip, come on, nigga, we finna come beat you. Because I don't want to pay that $20,000. You say it's over this equipment, but the white folks is pulling me away from the set. I met a Jewish white boy on the front row at the Los Angeles Lakers ball game. Me and this white boy getting drunk. We started talking business idea. This white boy, see, I'm a sharp nigga. This white boy pulled me into business ventures, the vector sector, right? So now I'm being expanded, but now they pulling me away from the set.
So then that's when our conflict started. I ended up getting the equipment back and said, I'm gonna move it right here at my shop on 43rd and Crenshaw. And then everybody can get there all the time. Nip, you can get to when you want to. So he got mad.
You ain't gonna get on my way, even my way, bro.
He ain't like that. He's supposed to make a diss song about me. Well, I ain't no rapper, I'm a scrapper. So we end up having to come talk about that. Pull up the homies, and Nip admit it's wrong, but still there's some consequences to your wrong. I came to pick him up that morning so he can get his discipline. And his brother got in the way, talking about my brother not going nowhere. If you can go to the club and spend $80,000 on bottles, and
you can spend $10,000 to go in the club, but you haven't done nothing to help the neighborhood. You know, this young man just gave out 500 pair of tennis shoes.
But what Big U didn't know was that Nipsey was way ahead of the game. He had already recorded around 150 songs. The man was a workhorse.
Piece, content, up until February 16th was the album release.
Very strategic. I love the planning behind everything.
Thank you.
So when Big U made his move, Nipsey already had a plan in the back of his mind.
He did what no other rappers do today. He sold his own music. He sold his own music. So when I came along and Steve came along, we had a formula that merged with what he do. But he outworked any artist I've seen. I'm talking about business-wise. I'm not talking about on the mic. Because if you notice, this man is a more professional than 90% of the dudes who are trying to grow to his level. But I'm saying that to our young babies. To a T, he outworked a whole lot of people. And this is the reason why we are giving him the award, the Businessman Award, because he really exudes everything that you need to exercise in business. So let's give this man a hand and clap it up for him.
Blind can't lead the blind, bro.
Yes,
Somebody
sir.
gotta have a vision.
Yes, sir.
You gotta follow who got the vision. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes,
if you
sir.
stuck on stupid, I ain't gonna judge you or have no disrespect for you, but I'm
gonna be over here.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna follow you or take heed to your opinion. You're gonna have to follow what I'm doing.
I heard
and
that.
after a while, that way of thinking versus this way of thinking, more people lean toward this way because of the results.
This is what I did on my own. No, let me take that back. Elliot Grains helped us, and Wiz, Elliot Grains, and P from Wack helped too. Shouts out to Wack 100. He helped too. We got all these people that came out. You know, they really was just cloud chasing on my little kid name. You know, you want to wear Crenshaw across your chest, but that's not going to the kids. That money don't go to the kids at Crenshaw. You want to help the kids at Crenshaw, you got to do something that's directly help the kids at Crenshaw. Help this community, you got to do that.
Nipsey then released a hit track with an artist who was associated with a Compton Red Flag. They had a strong connection, like brothers.
Blowing in, neighborhood nip, we getting in.
Ski TV was happening.
Yeah, YG 400, neighborhood nip, yeah.
This brings us to the day of a music video shoot. Nipsey went out there with all his jewelry ready to go. The Compton artist was doing his part in the video, and Nipsey was waiting for his turn.
Somebody from your set, from your section that, you know, y'all grew up in the same area under the same street politic, but y'all just two totally different type of men that don't see eye to eye and don't relate on principle and on moral. Then you got other people grew up on the other side of the tracks that you relate to their morals and how they move and what they believe in. So I think that, you know, we gotta judge each other off morals and, you know what I mean, what we stand on first. And you know, to the world, a blood and a Crip would never get along. But in real life, in the LA and in jail and in gang areas, you know, that's not always the case. Sometimes you got people from the other side that you become real close with, and that, you know what I'm saying, you end up having a better relationship with than some of the people on your side of the fence. So
what about like YG and Mustard?
And my homies, man. Shout out to YG and Mustard. We clicked up in LA. We got a movement. Push ain't all money in.
Is it a movement though? Like,
man,
has everybody? I know you didn't have a meeting, but is everybody really repping for the other cats coming from the West?
To be at my studio, I'll be at their studio. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
it's
YG can come
right
to
now.
our hood. He's a blood. He from Pyro. We can come to the 60s. I can go over there. I've been over there with my jewelry on and being myself, and they, you know, they respect it. They love it. I was unheard of. You couldn't do that. You know, so it's different right now. Not to say it's like a gang treaty, a peace treaty. It's not that, but they know we pushing for the city.
Right.
So, you know, the streets behind it and they respect it. And it ain't fake. Like, I really fuck with YG. I respect YG.
I see y'all work a lot together.
Yeah. And that ain't for the cameras. You know what I mean? I had 4-5 hour combos with YG.
You gotta remember when Nipsey came out, he the first artist and the only artist ever to never come out and claim a city.
He claimed
Luke
the set.
claimed Long Beach, he claimed the set. And he claimed one of the most violent sets on records. So when we start moving, I used to purposely watch all our videos, make sure, not to tell Steve, no, that video can't go out because in the back of there, got somebody's set crossed out. And that video, no, you can't do this. And we used to purposely, like, make sure we wasn't dissing people, but representing representing the turf.
Right. And Nipsey would wear red in his
And
videos.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah, you can wear that, wear what you want to wear. You know what I mean? Because I knew that it would send a message to LA. And once we was able to kill the color line, that bull effect, you see red, you got to target, you got to attack it, you got to go at it. It would start making people be able to move.
This right here, through your lens, homie, it just look like, I don't know what it look like to you. For me, bro, this shit should bring tears on my eyes, homie. You know what I'm saying? To see all this much red and shit. Westside Compton, nigga, every hood, niggas is doing it, everybody ain't good, ain't no bullshit, nobody feel no tension or bullshit, homie. This shit make a nigga happy. For me, that's what it do for me. I don't know what it do for you. He's on the other side of the camera.
It's a good day. It's a good day in Boston right now. You know what I'm saying?
But while the video shoot was happening, Nipsey noticed some people on their phones, and it looked like something wasn't right. He wasn't naive. He had his weapon on him for precaution. He contacted his team through their back channel, sensing potential drama. They started heading over quickly.
Hey, what's going on, bro? Let's go. Hey, motherfucker, come here!
Everything was going smooth. You know, the whole city came out. Big shout out to Compton. And you know, the police came through and a little bullshit went on.
Before Nipsey's team could arrive, one of the Compton artist's associates approached Nipsey. He told him they had just received a call from Big U. The message? Big U allegedly said he was going to rob Nipsey of everything he had and that things weren't cool. Instead of confronting Nipsey directly at that moment, they offered to give him some money, but Nipsey was already prepared.
I'm gonna give you this message, real talk. I watched it lose $1 billion, I like my brother Suge Knight. I watched him travel the country, I like all the artists that have been rich and travel the country. I watched motherfuckers come and go in this business. I watched get bags, hit houses, get $1 million and be broke. I watched motherfuckers make 15, 16 million and be broke. What you need to do is be careful who you stepping on your way up. In a, what they say, early rise, early to get tired. Why niggas be working and working a steady grind is grinding and fully getting it. Self-preservation don't happen in one minute or one decision. It's hard work. Come fast.
Instead of letting his crew potentially get into a dangerous situation, Nipsey made a strategic decision. He decided to pack everything up. He then called his team, telling them to turn around and meet him at his marathon store. Everyone was anxious, wanting to know what was going on. Nipsey explained that Big U was trying to set him up.
Hey, how you fuck for cash but you not a hoe? And how I'm gonna respect you if your pocket's broke?
When they started filming at the new location, Big U showed up. He was described as hostile, jealous, and envious. He allegedly started kicking over cameras and trying to disrupt the shoot. This led to a tense standoff between the two sides, but everyone managed to leave safely.
Like an asshole.
Nipsey was initially supposed to go to his grandmother's house with his marathon crew, while Big U went to his studio. But Nipsey decided to go down to Big U's studio to confront him.
Hey, look, Nip, you ain't with me. Don't try to blend in with me. I don't do that. This is my nigga money right here. All right, what's up, bro?
Let's talk about the gang, the Rolling 60 Crips, right? Let's take the elephant. We're going to remove the elephant out of the room. Okay. We're going to talk about the Rolling 60s. There are approximately, according to record, 5,000 across the state of California, affiliated, non-affiliated. If you only have 3, maybe 5, 6 ignorant nomads, that's 1 to every 1,000.
When he knocked on the door, those inside were shocked. Nipsey remained diplomatic, asking Big U what the problem was and why he was trying to interfere with his movement. He also addressed rumors of a diss record and the fact that Nipsey was working with people associated with a red flag in their neighborhood. Big U then reportedly threw a water bottle at Nipsey's face.
What you see, little nigga?
Nipsey told Big U to come outside. Big U went out, seemingly confident of victory, even stretching as if preparing for a pro fight.
I told you, I pulled that from Big U. I used him as my background of how I wanted this character to be perceived. Because the whole thing about how bad this guy was is when Ice Cube pulled the gun on him, he said, "What you gonna do with that? Besides make me mad."
But things didn't go as he planned. Nipsey reportedly overpowered Big U. It said Nipsey had hands and went crazy on him until someone intervened, telling Big U he shouldn't be fighting the younger Nipsey. They reportedly went a few rounds before Nipsey left.
You got knocked the fuck out, man!
Nipsey returned to his Marathon store, and his crew wanted to know where he had been. He told them he had just dealt with Big U. What Nipsey's crew then noticed was a car parked suspiciously nearby.
Yeah, bro, it ain't cool right now, bro. Slide off, bro. Slide off. Come on, man. I'm good, bro.
Apparently, Big U had a camera crew on standby, trying to record Nipsey. Nipsey saw what was happening and confronted Big U again. This time, a brawl broke out. People jumped in, and Nipsey's father reportedly came to his aid with a bat. Big U's team initially had the upper hand until some of Nipsey's allies joined the fight, slamming Big U against a wall. As the fight raged, Nipsey's brother Black Sam fired a shot into the air.
Keep it 100. Me and his brother wasn't cool. Me and his brother wasn't the best of friends. You gotta understand, like I'm gonna have friends that my mama ain't gonna like. I'm gonna have friends that my brother's not gonna like. You gonna have people that your people don't like. You know what I'm saying?
This caused everyone to scatter. The police happened to be driving by at that moment and apprehended people. Black Sam reportedly laid his gun down and was also arrested. It's unknown if Big U went to jail for being involved. Welcome back to On Point Stories. If this is your first time here, click subscribe. Get in the comments and tell me what you think about this story. Also, make sure you like, share, and subscribe for more stories.
When Nipsey died, right? When Nipsey got killed, we probably had about 300, 375, 400 kids that was in our program. And I had the travel basketball team. We had a contract with Adidas that was worth about $3 million that Kanye West gave us.
Wow.
And then I had like a bunch of other different contracts. And for a nonprofit, we were really thriving. Then Nipsey gets killed. Right after Nipsey get killed, then the rumor goes out, Big U had something to do. We lost everything.
You lost all those?
Everyone, I tell you everything.
Wow.
Kanye stopped answering the phone. Adidas stopped answering the phone. And I ended up almost going dead broke because we already committed to these teams.
You know, Big U name came, I mean, he wasn't even there.
Apparently that day, when the Cali and them had pulled up or whatever, Nip hadn't arrived yet, so the homies just pressed him. So in the process of unpressing him, boom, phone go there, Big U on the phone. Yeah. Hand the phone to Cali. Big U got on the phone. Cali, hey man, shoot me your number. Bam, bam, that's it. He said, exchange phone numbers. It was nothing. It was nothing. So they took it like, oh, Big U down there pressing. No, Big U found out Cali was in the hood, slid the phone, exchanged phone numbers. You know, they just took it like, someone said, oh, you down there with Nip, yada, yada. Everybody man down. You know what I mean? So that's the word I got from Unc. So, you know, hey, you know, that's it. Is what it is.
But there was a lot of big politics getting into it with certain people. You know, Hussle had DJ Khaled in the hood, and Hussle frontline that. And, you know, we felt like certain people didn't like that.
This shit about someone being mad about the DJ Khaled video has to be Big U. What Black Sam did, he talked about certain things without talking about certain people. They did the Khaled thing and somebody wasn't happy about it. Oh shit, we remember Whack and Loose Cannon talking about what Khaled got rolled down on and what it was about and all this shit, right? But those of y'all, Nipsey dissed the shit out of Big U. It's a song out there, we dissed the fuck out of Big U.
You know, some things just got to be said. Look, you don't got a clue for what you wanna do. I'm busy getting rich, you think that I'm gonna stop for you? I built this on my own and everybody know it's true. Still niggas act like they supposed to have control of what I do. But look, they don't got a clue of what I've been through. A nigga ain't had no trust funds or eat off no silver spoons. Nigga ain't had no peace inside my house until I moved. And I the damn sure can't recall having no exit route and you. And really, I don't got a clue of what you even do. So what good is a dream if you can't make your shit come true? What good is a team when everyone depends on you? Hope opportunity don't knock with opportunists in your room, cause then what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Cause if you sharing your success and not your struggle, you's a fool. Then you start to look like food. The game don't even chew. Eat you up and shit you out, and then them critics say you through. But look, they don't got a clue what you was trying to do. Keeping it 100 when 100 don't keep it you, but I'm gonna tell you what to do. Here is what you do, say fuck the middleman, get on your marathon and get your loot. I hustle cause I have to, not because it's cool and over time.
He FaceTimed me. So he FaceTimed me and stuff like that. He was like, Nipsey just got killed. I'm like, sick, so I didn't hear that. So I hang up with him. I called Nipsey and I'm like, Nipsey, what's up? He was like, oh, what's up with it?
Nipsey answered.
Nipsey answered. He answered the phone, and I was like, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that.
Did you tell him the call you just got, or you didn't even mention it?
I didn't mention it. And that's what fucked me up, because my cousin is Nipsey baby mama. You get what I'm saying? So it was like, I could have probably stopped it, or it had it.
Stop what? You mean that?
No, because listen, so after I talked to Nipsey and I was like, yeah, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that, I'll see you later or whatever. So I hung up the phone. I thought Big U gave wrong information. 30 minutes later, the homies blowing me up like they just killed Nipsey. And so I'm like,
wait. You get a call from Big U telling you Nipsey just got killed.
Yeah.
You panic, called Nip. Nip answered the phone.
Yep, and
you
we
like
were just talking on regular. So it's like at the end of the day, I didn't even think about it because
you don't even warn him that you got that call from dude.
No, because their relationship was so fucked up. It'd be like they be hot one minute, then they be cold the next minute, and then they be lukewarm. Like you
and
just
30 minutes after you get out the phone with Nip, he get killed.
Yeah, I got it.
So you think he hit you a little too early?
Hey, y'all get out. Say, Nip, come on, nigga, we finna come beat you. Because I don't want to pay that $20,000. You say it's over this equipment, but the white folks is pulling me away from the set. I met a Jewish white boy on the front row at the Los Angeles Lakers ball game. Me and this white boy getting drunk. We started talking business idea. This white boy see I'm a sharp nigga. This white boy pulled me into business ventures, the vector sector, right? So now I'm being expanded, but now they pulling me away from the set. The set have made it known nobody's bigger than the set. Nobody's bigger than the program. Nip had gotten bigger than the program. Quando is a reminder that nobody's bigger than the program. But Nip had gotten bigger than the set. Well, what do you mean by that, Charleston? Think about when Big U and all the other big homies and the OGs in the hood, they standing in front of Nip shit. They standing on the street corners. When Nip pull up in that motherfucking platinum Jaguar, he pull up in that motherfucking platinum Jaguar, nigga, them fresh ass Puma with all them goddamn chains on, and then he opened up the door. He got a Hollywood bitch coming up out of there, London Lauren, one of the baddest Hollywood bitches we done seen. When the little homies see Nip pull up, do you think they gonna stay here and talk to the big homies, Big U and them? They gonna make an about face and say, y'all, there go Nip. And they gonna run away from the big homies. As all the excitement going to Nip, all the brawls, everybody at the store, what you think the big homie sitting back saying? Now Nip is growing. Nip that Monday had a meeting with the LA County, with the LA Police Departments on gang intervention program before he come up dead. So now Nip and Big U done fell out over $20,000 worth of equipment, so they say. But it's really over $20,000 nigga extortion fee to pay for protection. Yeah, Nip was being extorted too. He had to pay for protection. That's why they got that video of him that Wack 100 say they got of him. Why would they let Wack even make that statement? So peep game. So you think them niggas ain't saying, man, that nigga there woo woo woo, and his brother go shoot at us? That nigga brother pull a gun out on Big U, nigga. His brother nigga, you don't pull no gun out on no nigga. Every street nigga know, nigga, I don't give a damn where you shot that gun at. You pulled it out on me, nigga. And Big Black Sam ain't never been down with the set. Black Sam have always tried to pull them niggas out of Nip's business and get him away from the set. But you can't do that, cuz. Quando Rondo is a baby, my nigga. That nigga's a kid. That's why he cried at that murder scene like that. If I'm in the gang, homie, and I'm in the set, and I see one of the homies break down like that, homie, nah, homie, y'all give him a pass. That's a mental breakdown, nigga. We claim we love one another. We claim, nah, homie. So this motherfucking train is running off the tracks. I can't get off. We see this motherfucker is falling off, it's finna run off the cliff. Homie, I can't get off. Y'all, homie, I can't I can't get off. They saying you gotta go they say you gotta fall off the cliff with them.
You know, it was a higher purpose, I believe, for what we're doing over here. It wasn't to get in trouble with the police. It wasn't to be a menace to the area. It wasn't to, you know, continue a tradition of self-destruction. It was to build. And so all the obstacles and everything we went through for being misjudged and misunderstood, you know, it didn't stop us. You know, it wasn't a brick wall. It was a speed bump. You know, and I embrace it as you know, the resistance, the gravity of trying to do something great.
You know. He already got convicted, so for me, without going into too many details, so for me, he felt he was supposed to do a job, or somebody sent him or whatever. It just don't make no sense. It's not random, you know.
Welcome back to On Point Stories. If this is your first time here, click subscribe. Get in the comments and tell me what you think about this story. Also, make sure you like, share, and subscribe for more stories.